Let's travel back to 1985, to a fictional London neighbourhood that would become one of the most famous places in British television. Albert Square. When EastEnders premiered in February 1985, viewers were introduced to a completely different kind of soap opera. It was gritty, funny, emotional, and filled with ordinary people dealing with extraordinary problems. The show quickly became a television phenomenon, and some of its original characters became household names. But now, it's 2026. More than 41 years have passed since EastEnders first appeared on television. So where are those original stars today? Who is still acting? Who walked away from the spotlight? And sadly, which legendary EastEnders stars are no longer with us? Let's take a look at the original cast of *EastEnders. Then and now, 1985 versus 2026. Let's start with one of the most recognizable faces in EastEnders history. Adam Woodyatt. He played Ian Beale, the son of Pete and Kathy Beale. Ian was introduced as a young man growing up in the heart of Albert Square. Over the decades, his character experienced marriages, divorces, business problems, family drama, and countless disasters. In fact, Ian Beale eventually became one of the longest-serving characters in British soap history. But when Woodyatt first appeared in 1985, he was just a teenager. Today, the transformation is incredible. Adam Woodyatt continued playing Ian for decades, becoming one of the defining faces of EastEnders. He has also worked in theatre and other television productions. Born in 1968, Adam Woodyatt is 58 years old in 2026. And for many viewers, it's almost impossible to think of EastEnders without thinking of Ian Beale. Next, Letitia Dean. She played Sharon Watts, one of the most iconic characters ever introduced to Albert Square. Sharon arrived as part of the original cast, and her complicated relationships became some of the show's biggest storylines. Over the years, she experienced romance, heartbreak, family secrets, and some truly unforgettable moments. Dean left the series at various points, but repeatedly returned to the role, and Sharon became one of the show's most enduring characters. After more than 4 decades, Letitia Dean remains closely associated with EastEnders. Born in 1967, she is 59 years old in 2026. From the young woman audiences met in 1985, to the veteran soap star she is today, her transformation represents the history of EastEnders itself. Now, one of the most beloved characters in the show's history, June Brown. She played Dot Cotton, the chain-smoking, Bible-quoting, sharp-tongued character who became an EastEnders legend. Dot was introduced in the early years of the show, and Brown's performance quickly became one of the most recognizable in British television. Her distinctive voice, her mannerisms, and her unforgettable one-liners made Dot a fan favorite. June Brown remained with EastEnders for decades, with breaks along the way. She also became known for her work outside the soap. Sadly, June Brown passed away on April 3, 2022, at the age of 95. She died peacefully at her home. Her death marked the end of an extraordinary acting career, but Dot Cotton remains one of Albert Square's most unforgettable residents. Next, Wendy Richard. She played Pauline Fowler, one of the central figures of the original EastEnders cast. Pauline was the mother of Mark and Michelle Fowler, and wife of Arthur Fowler. She represented the traditional family life at the heart of Albert Square. Richard's performance made Pauline one of the most recognizable characters in British soap history. Before EastEnders, Wendy Richard had already become famous through Are You Being Served? But EastEnders made her a television institution. Sadly, Wendy Richard passed away on February 26, 2009, at the age of 65. She died from breast cancer. Her Pauline Fowler remains one of the most important characters from the show's early years.